one final segment. This is Eric Kelly, Moto GP and Formula One expert. This week we are previewing Moto GP Le Mans in France. Because we don't have Formula One, but next week he will be back with some Formula One action. So, nice to have you. Thank you for joining, Eric.
How are you, Alex? How are you, man?
All good, all good. Interesting race in Le Mans. I was reading your article a few hours ago because I was trying to do some research for the show.
Yeah,
Always very impressive to see your great articles and all the effort that you are putting writing them. What I can see, I was looking just like that on the MotoGP schedule for this season. I'm seeing Marc Marquez, right?
that's it. Mark Marquez.
One, Marc Marquez, second in Qatar, first in Argentina, first in Spain, and I don't know what happened with him in the Americas, right?
Yeah, he crashed out. He crashed.
Ah, he crashed out.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next for him?
I don't.
Bugatti Circuit in Le Mans. He's priced at a very, very small price on him. I don't think that he worth a bet on him 11 to 13. Very, very small. After that, we have
Yeah,
Andrea Dovizioso 5 to 1, Valentino Rossi 8 to 1, the doctor there 8 to 1.
yeah,
Maverick Vinales 14, Petrucci 14, Alex Rins 14 to 1. I think that Alex Rins is one of your favorites, right?
yeah. He's up and coming, and you can get really good value on him. So it's hard not to back him every week. I was backing him
Okay.
all season. I was backing him all season, and then the one race I said, "Do you know what? I won't back him." He goes and wins. So now I'm kind of like, I may keep backing him. I have to. That's just the luck with
What
MotoGP.
I was watching your Twitter the other day, and I saw you complaining that you don't have special bets, special markets for MotoGP. No bookies are offering that. But finally, you discovered someone. I don't know if let's not say a name here, but it's very, very surprising for me that for Formula One we have some special markets, but for MotoGP we don't. Why is that?
My only guess is that they just haven't got enough interest, maybe on the sites. They haven't got enough people betting on the MotoGP to bother to do these markets. They'd probably, personally, I think they'd probably make a lot of money because prop bets, only one of them can win, and there's 20 riders. If you, just for example, you did first rider to crash, there's 20 riders there. Only one of them's going to crash first. Bookies could make the money off the other 19, but I like to have an edge with the prop bets in case the outright winner doesn't click. So I do.
So it's time for us to start a bookie and to have some special odds for
Yeah,
special markets for MotoGP.
it
I
would be
don't think that
great.
I don't think that is a bad idea. Let's talk about it after the show. So Le Mans, tell us a little bit about the race. Tell us about the riders a little bit and some key stats and facts and what you're thinking about betting for this circuit.
Yeah, Le Mans is Sunday. It's, for starters, it's a big crash track. A lot of riders seem to crash in this race. I think it has something like, I think it has six DNFs on average. Six riders usually don't finish the race on average. It usually is raining there, because I don't know why. Maybe it rains in France at this time of the year. It's usually wet, but this Sunday it's given a dry race, so it is. Riders that are good at this track is Maverick Vinales. He has a standout record at this track. I think he had one of his first victories at this track. Also, like Rossi, he's finished in the top. I think it's four. The last five races, he's finished in the top four, or he's finished in the top three, four of his last five races. bar the one race he actually crashed. So Rossi also has form in this track. But if I'm not mistaken, I think Marquez won here last year. So that is a concern again, the dominance of Marquez.
Yeah, the weather is a problem in all Europe right now. The climate changed, and also me here in Romania, where I'm living right now. Last year in April, it was very, very hot. This year in May, it's colder and raining a lot, which is very, very unusual. I was in
Yeah,
Austria, in Vienna last weekend for a wedding. From Friday when I left to Monday when I arrived back, it rained continuously, big thunders, big storms. I don't know what is happening. I think that this is happening in all the world, not only in Europe. And
I agree.
one of my friends living in England was called me a few days ago, saying that so hot, it's very hot for this time of the year. So it's unbelievable what is happening. So this is why we have uh, bad weather also in France.
When
And
in
if I
France,
remember from your first videos when you were talking with Natalie about the weather, you had planned two different kind of bets for wet race and for dry race. You will do the same
yeah,
for this time?
no, not this time. But interestingly, I think it's supposed to rain Saturday, which is when they qualify, but it's supposed to be sunny on Sunday when they race. But they can
Oh my
set up
God.
their bikes. They can set their bikes up for to be quicker in the rain, if you get me. So
Yes.
it's there could be a surprise rider on pole Saturday if it rains. Could shake up things a little bit for Sunday.
A surprise like the Frenchman Fabio Quartararo.
Yeah, maybe. The problem is, I think there's one bookies I think that offers qualifying markets. I think it's Bet365. I think they're the only bookies that offer qualifying markets, and I don't know what his price is to qualify on pole again, but I can't. It was 40 to 1 last time. That's definitely slashed in half at least, maybe even less.
I don't know what he did in the first four races so far. Did he qualify in the first first four, or nothing to do with that?
No, he hasn't qualified well, but he has raced well. He
Ah, okay.
the very first race, Alex. He got just before the started. He got a penalty. I think he started his bike early, so he got a penalty. So when all the riders took off, he had to take off in the pits, which you have to go slower in the pits. So all the riders got a good 15 seconds on him at the very
Okay.
start of
So
the
he
race, and he ended up finishing 12th. So if he had a
in 16
if
in
he,
Qatar.
or 16 was it?
Yes.
He finished 16. So if he had have actually started with the rest of them, he could have been in how quick he was going. He could have been in the top six like.
Yeah. After that, in Argentine, I don't see him here around.
Crashed. I think he crashed.
Uh,
Did he?
I think that no, in 17 in Argentine.
Argentina.
So yeah, not a very good, very hopeful results for him to have pole position here in Le Mans. But yeah, it was a shot on the underdog because most of the time you like to play the underdogs. You are doing amazingly well in Formula One. Not successful, not very successful this time of the year in Moto GP, but impressive in Formula One. I remember in the first race you were 30 and something units of profit. What is
Yeah.
happening with MotoGP? What is the difference here?
The main the main difference is that first of all we ain't got no prop bets, so we've nothing to fall back on. And the second is Marquez is just too dominant. You can't bet Marquez every race. If you bet Marquez for 3 races and he wins 3 races and you're up like not even 3 units because his price is so bad,
No,
and then he
2 point
loses the
something
next
units.
3,
Yes.
you're down money.
Yeah,
You
but
have to
at the end of the season, what was the price on Marc Marquez to be champion at the end of the season to leave the trophy? At the beginning of the season, I mean.
I think he was around 1.952.
Don't tell me that
Around
not even money to leave the title.
yeah, around
So,
that. I think maybe if you're lucky, 2.20, 2.30 if you're lucky, but I think it was less than that.
oh my God, oh my God. So no
It's
reason to back
it's
to back
cutthroat. It's
Marc Marquez.
cutthroat.
Yeah, because it's stupid to close your money for a whole season. Yes, I maybe he will win it because he is the best driver. He's the best racer right now. But unfortunately, I would never close my money on an odd of 1.95 or even money for I don't know the whole season of MotoGP. What do you have for
No
us
way.
for this race in Le Mans? What do you think it will happen?
Yeah,
Does
for Le Mans.
my doctor? That doctor has any chance to win this race?
I thought he had a really good chance. Check out his form and all, and they just had free practice today, and he was 14th. His chain fell off the bike, just and may just he's gone. He's actually his odds have drifted from 8-1 to what's he now 12-1. He's gone out to 12-1 now.
Ooh,
But
ooh.
we'll have to. This is it all depends where he qualifies. I have my money on him at 8-1, so I can't budge. But if he could backing him at 12-1 right now could be really good shout, because if he qualifies well, he's definitely going to drift back in. Fabio, I'm going to say Fabio Quartararo, we were just talking about, he's 18-1 to win this race, and I'm having none of that. 18-1 is just an absolute shocking price. I want 30-1 at least, maybe more, maybe 40-1 on this guy. He's good. He's up. He's upcoming. He's home in France. That's probably why his price is so bad. Pole last time, but yeah, I'm staying away from him. But I'll let you know here who I'm officially on. I'm
So you're
officially on
officially on Valentino Rossi, right?
Valentino Rossi. I've worked it out in a way. I usually don't do this for MotoGP, but I think I'm going to start doing this. I've worked it out in a way that I probably should have been doing this from the start of the season. I've worked it out in a way that I've 4 guys bet, and all I need is one of them to win to be up money. So
Okay.
I've 1 unit on Rossi at 8-1. I've 1 unit on Maverick Vinales at 14-1. I've 1 unit on Alex Rins at 14-1. And I have half a unit on Cal Crutchlow at 20-1. That's my best
Oh,
for
I
Le
hope
Mans.
I hope that Alex Rins wins for you this time, or Valentino
I hope
Rossi. This is what I hope for, because you must bet on him in every race to bring you money for sure. I'm sure that he won one race already. He won the Americas GP, and second it was Valentino Rossi who dominated the last the last minutes of the race, but after that Rins came inside 1 sec, not even 1 second before Rossi, half of a second there. So hopefully for
yeah.
you, both Rins and Valentino Rossi will fight for the title in Le Mans, and will bring you some profit. Next week we will be back with a very important race, Monaco GP Formula One, on Thursday this time, not on Friday. So yeah, we kind of moved as because we don't have football no more on Thursday and on Wednesday. The football season is over, and we are doing many other shows instead. So see you on Thursday with the Moto GP, with the Formula One from Monaco. Enjoy your weekend and the best of luck with your bets on the Moto GP Le Mans.
Thanks, Alex. I'll be here Thursday, all Formula 1 winners.
Okay, thank you guys for watching us. That's it for today. See you, actually, see you next week, but not with me as a host. Natalie is back from vacation next week, so we will enjoy her incredible hosting. And see you for some football bets next week with Natalie as a host and Flash, I think that will host some of the shows. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend and best of luck with your bets.